Hello, welcome to
Hey.
episode 2 of Legion's Lounge here on the 1/6 Shooter Broadcast Network. Welcome, Legionnaires. We need a new name. We need a name for these guys. We need like Lounge Lizards or
Right.
Legionnaires.
We'll take
sounds like a
suggestions in
disease.
the
It
chat.
sounds terrible. You can't call them Legionnaires. That's terrible.
Yeah.
We'll work out something. Something will come about as we.
We're open to suggestions.
Yeah, any suggestions? Let us know what you want to be called. Who's in? Let's see who's in the room here.
We got Pablo. What's up, Pablo? Mr. Moto.
We got
David
Mr.
Smith.
Mota Rising.
Local guy.
We got David Smith, Scott Baker,
Dave Orkin.
How's it going, guys?
Thanks for
Thanks
joining.
for joining us. We got a packed show tonight. We have a guest. We got lots of news. We got some cool stuff, and we got community images coming up at the end. So let's get started. I don't want to delay too long before we bring our guest on.
What's going on?
So our guest tonight is one of the moderators of the Mythic Legion's Cabal. He's a sort of a medieval cosplayer, and we also found out he does some other reenactment stuff, which we'll talk about a little bit. Big time Templar enthusiast. If you see his posts on the Cabal, you'll know that. And he was recently married. So let's bring him out. He's meme ready currently. Here he is, Elliott Lee.
Hey!
You got to do the thumbs up. You got to do the. There you go. That's perfect. Perfect.
I love it. Hey,
Screen
Elliot.
cap that and put it on the Cabal next week.
Hey, gentlemen.
Welcome,
you doing?
welcome.
Doing really well tonight.
Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. We got some technical difficulties worked out, and we're all good. How you been?
Honestly, pretty good. Pretty busy day, but looked forward to coming onto the show, so that's what got me through it.
Awesome.
Nice.
And newly married.
let's-
Congrats on the nuptials.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Ooh, look at
Dig
the
the ring. Nice.
Wow, in keeping that. Why you're totally themed out, man. That's awesome. Let's see a little. Can you give us stand back and give us a little bit of a pic of what you got on there? There we go. Nice. How cool is
I don't
that?
have the full armor. I also have chainmail gloves and spalders on my shoulders and a little higher coif, but to protect my neck. But for the show, a little lighter's okay.
Amazing. Amazing.
Templar light.
Really. Yeah, we got some pics here. Look at this. That's what you call a. Now, is this wedding or engagement?
That was engagement.
This is
and
engagement
also,
photos.
as most people know, Templar are technically chaste, so this is mythos style, not real life style.
That's true. Yeah, this is mythos Templars. The Jedi couldn't get married either, but
Actually, funny fact: Jedi and Templar were actually the Jedi are based off Templar, according to George Lucas himself.
Is that right?
How about
Their
that?
fighting style is Japanese katana, but the actual order before they were destroyed was based off the Templar.
Okay.
Interesting.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Beautiful shots.
Yeah, these are great,
Thank
man.
you.
Really, really cool. That's great. And now, is your wife? Is she? I realize she has the period costume here, but is she into this era, or is she just went along with you?
No, she is actually a heavy fan of Brothers Grimm stories, and of course of their more Disneyfied versions as well. So she likes medieval fantasy as a whole, not necessarily historical, medieval, but fantastical.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gotcha. Very cool. Very nice. That's great. Oh, there's the shoulder pads. Yeah, those look great. Fantastic. Well, congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's a big step. And
Thank you very much.
I don't have the video of you singing, but if you go on to the Cabal, Elliot put up a great job, man. I sang at my wedding.
Done,
it was intimidating. But I was in a band and I was kind of used to it, but still it's a different thing to sing at your wedding. It takes a lot of guts. And it was great.
Luckily, everyone there had enough to drink where if I made mistakes, they could have.
Yeah, that's always good too. Yeah, that's a good policy. Yeah, wait until everybody's really half in the bag before. You can tell when the people are dancing, everybody's dancing. It's like, all right, it's time. Very good. Let's see. Like, so in keeping with this, the medieval fantasy and your knowledge of actual medieval, you're kind of a lore master. I mean, I know that on one of these things, if I go forward, I'm going to skip through here. Now, is this hospitaller?
Technically hospitaller. At least
Hospitaller?
it's inspired by their colors.
Right. Yeah, I know this
trends,
isn't perfectly in the. Of course, this is fantasy as well, but really cool. Like, this is some great information. You know what I mean? I love this. That they were black with white crosses, the Teutonic were white with black crosses, and the Templar with white with red crosses. Very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what were their major differences between these three groups? Do you know? I mean, was it just their focus on
Actually, yeah, it was their mission. Because
okay.
Templar were the first. Up till that point, knights were generally kind of mercenaries. If the Lord could pay them, they would, and then if they didn't, they'd swap to the other side. If they raided, they kind of raped and pillaged. You know, that kind of whole oh no kind of knight that's not as shiny as the fantasy. But then the Templar, yeah, right. The Templar came along. There's actually they're called the New Knighthood because their mission was specifically without any funding of their own. They had to be their charity. You had to donate to them. Their job was to provide security up and down the coast from Europe to the Holy Land. And once they grew, because of such a popular notion, a ton of donations come in, they became essentially the one and only standing army in Europe since Rome fell. They're the first professional army since Rome. And so they served essentially as heavy cavalry when other knights were more mercenaries. They provided help in the Holy Land, the Levant and Outremer, and also in Spain and Portugal during Reconquista. While Hospitaller followed in their footsteps, they said, hey, we want help in the Holy Land too, but they're always smaller in number, so they provided mainly static defense, but occasionally provided troops whenever Crusaders needed, I guess you could say, heavier troops. They're essentially a very similar aspect to the Templar. Teutons, Teutonic order, they weren't really present in the Holy Land as much, if at all. They specifically crusaded in the north. There's a lot of political sensitivity to what they did due to the nature of expansion instead of defense. But they were fighting in the Northern Crusades in the Balkans, Ukraine, actually not Ukraine, Lithuania and Poland. They wear the white and black, and you may see these photos online of like that giant crusader looking guy, the painting against the little guy. That was them. The big three. Yeah, smaller orders had smaller missions to support, but that's what they did. All of them were sanctioned by the Catholic Church to go on their missions. Some were more vicious than others, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I've heard some tales of the Templar.
Elliot. So what got you into this history in the first place?
Actually, what got me into this was my father. He got me a lot of Playmobil toys when I was little. I'm like, these guys are kind of cool. I did a lot of research, found out knights are, at least in reality, relatively scummy. And then I found a group that, at least according to, of course, this is debatable depending on who you ask, according to primary sources of the era of both sides that engaged in the conflict, the Templar were, at least for the time, a more of a peacekeeping force with a and they had to be, maybe not because of personal choice, I don't know, but out of necessity, they were more tolerant of everyone around them. So I'm like, interesting. So someone who can take a side in a war, especially a religious war, but not necessarily, at least of any evidence left behind, be as brutal as most knights or crusaders were.
Right.
So I'm like, I kind of like that.
So they really were skewed a little closer to what we portray in fantasy and King Arthur and Lancelot as being noble,
at least whatever
chivalrous
shows. They may have.
Yeah, I know. I've read some things about it, and it's not all that bright and shiny, but it does seem to be
Yeah.
better than a lot of just the independent.
I was gonna say because
knights and things
actually a
like
lot
that.
of Crusaders, when you look at primary sources, bad stuff happened. Yeah, obviously, there's no dodging that. But yeah, Templar were, according to sources, are a separate, very small subgroup. At any given time, there was no more than 2,000 active fighting Templar.
Yeah, that's actually, I was going to ask you, that's something I read. We were talking a little bit earlier about World War II history, but when you think about the number of people who are in uniform and only a tiny percent were actually in combat.
Mm-hmm.
So at the Knights Templar, I read that was the case with them as well. And while a lot of the others were in financial sort of endeavors, right? And this led to sort of modern banking. Is that true?
Actually, slightly in reverse. Most Crusaders went there to obtain lands and holdings in an effort, well, that's debatable again as well, but that at least what seems to happen, like Raymond of Bouillon, he ended up, not Raymond, what's his name? Bohemond ended up establishing the Kingdom of Antioch, even though they hadn't even reached Jerusalem yet, and he refused to move. That's kind of personally motivated if you look at it. But he wasn't a Templar. He was just a Crusader. A lot of non-Templar Crusaders acted sometimes out of mission. Templar, they were so low in number, while extremely feared, they couldn't afford to commit atrocities because Crusaders were outnumbered 1 to 10 against Saracens at some times. And so you can't really afford to be a jerk, when you're surrounded by people who could destroy you.
Yeah, true enough.
So you got the play school figures that got you into it. How about
I remember those
getting into the cosplay?
Cosplay. Well, I have a theater background. Playing another character is interesting, and of course, who doesn't want to be something that they find, if not necessarily a role model, but something fascinating? And Templar, given their huge mythos, I guess you could say myth of the secret guys that are especially according to like what's the Da Vinci Code, or Assassin's Creed,
right?
And all those things where that portray the secret Cabal as possibly evil or gray,
right?
and
still ongoing, and exactly.
Yeah, a lot of it shows both sides. It's really bad or really good. I'm like, okay, I want to play both sides. Let's play a character that can be one or the other. Sometimes I can, play the character of, crazies, let's go, bloodshed. But then sometimes I can play the more careful, like, hey guys, you're different, but for the sake of peace, that's cool. It's an interesting character.
Yeah, I can see the draw for sure.
Yeah.
You just need a blood-stained tunic or something for the.
Yeah, exactly.
So, given all that, how excited were you, and how did you like? Well, let's talk about like how you got into Mythic Legions, and was this the gateway to Mythic Legions? Was seeing the Templars, or how did it come about?
Yeah, there's the I don't know how you pronounce it, but the Coup toys, but there's also like 12-inch style. I'm like, they're either too big or too expensive. There's no 3 3/4 inch, 1/18 scale Templar.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I might have to go to 6-inch scale. This was my first 6-inch scale figure. This is actually the very one right here. Got this guy off of Big
There you go. There you go.
He came in, I was like, wow, he is historically so inaccurate. But man, he's pretty. And
yeah, well,
yeah, I mean, it's not. After reading the lore of it, I'm like, okay, they're not trying to go for historically accurate. It's its own fantasy, and so I'm like, okay, this is awesome. Let's get more. And I kept reading and reading. Big rabbit hole.
Yeah.
For sure. That's excellent.
Yeah, I always thought it was interesting. Like, I don't know if they started out, and I've never asked Eric or any of the guys this, like, with the because of the Templars, like, when they started this out, I think they had I don't know if they were as put together and buttoned up as they are with like the Cosmic Legions, and I know that they wanted to put out like this medieval fantasy stuff, but you need knights, you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's an easy thing, accessible thing for people to understand. And so, you take what people think of as a knight and you put together a figure. And when I got into them, I thought that was really cool. Like, I love these knights and these creatures that they can battle and stuff. And then when you get into the lore, it's like, oh, they're Templars, but they're not actually Templars. You know
They're
what I mean?
super
And it's a weird
idealized
thing
and
that they
lifted,
look like
yeah.
them, but they're in this other fantasy world that doesn't have anything to do with what they would be doing. So it was a little off. You know, like sometimes it would be like, well, getting to know the myth of it. It's like these guys don't really fit, but they do. They fit really well into the Etheron faction, and you know the fact that that is sort of modeled on those gleaming golden
Bless Our
heaven,
Lady,
you know, exactly heavenly knights. You know, the more religious, you know, in this case based around an eagle god. But yeah, so you know that I thought that was really cool after a while. So was that your focus when you got into it? Was basically like Templars, yes, more
I wanted
Templars,
cheap
or
Templars.
did you?
They came at least on pre-order. I had to wait a year for them, but they came $35. I'm like, that's half the price of anything else around me. So yeah, it turns out probably the best toy line I've ever laid my hands on.
Yeah,
Amen.
Yeah.
We'll drink to that.
Yeah, that's like the first time I picked one up, man. I was like, this moves so well. It's so cool. So was that the first thing you ordered? I mean, not Templars, like a lot of Templars, or did you get a variety of stuff?
I only ordered one. That was the most expensive figure I'd ever gotten. Up to that point, I've been collecting Star Wars vintage, Kenner toys.
Okay.
The really buff ones that are way out of proportion.
Power of the Force. Yeah.
Yeah, Power of the Force. That's what it was. Power of the Force. Stormtroopers, rebels. It's like the big battles, not necessarily named characters. So it's even better that the Templar was nameless. So.
Yeah. So now, is your entire focus Templars now? I think I've seen pictures of your collection, and I know you have more than that. Right, you have more than Templars.
Oh, I know you're a fan of Magnus.
Oh, right. Yeah. When I saw that, he's not even my most favorite figure. It's just there's just something about the beard. I'm like, I can't grow facial hair. Well, not very quickly, at least. It takes me like 3 weeks to grow even the scramblings of a mustache.
I was gonna say you got a little going on there, yeah.
Yeah, that's
just not the big Magnus caveman. Like, it takes a lot of time.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I can't deny that. Same with Otho. Beautiful facial hair. You have to respect it. So I'm like, all right, Magnus, I'm gonna call you Chuck Norris, and apparently that took off. People thought that was funny.
Well, you were the originator of that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I made the listing of Chuck Norris jokes, copy pasted Magnus's name on it.
That's right. Yes, that's right. I remember this.
That might be a good segue into the Cabal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to show. I want to show one of your customs here, though. So tell us about this. Like, how did this come about? This is so cool.
That was actually done by I think it's Stephen Nguyen. But I had. Because I actually never put the pauldrons on my guys. My guys are original pauldron style. The kind of exaggerated spalder on top is a little strange to me, almost too World of Warcraft for me.
Yeah.
But that's the head was made by Joel Davis. Shout out to Joel Davis. By his custom heads, they're great. And
I've thought about that a couple times.
Yeah, he does it at a great price, good accuracy, and as long as you're decent at painting it. The sculpt does the work itself, so that's a function of me. But it's Templar. How different can you get? Really, it looks great.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's really, really cool.
Not many people have their own action figure,
right? And that's the thing, right? Some people do it to collect the line, to check off boxes because they love the line. Some people do it to create their own stories. Me, I like to imagine I'm in the story, thus the action figure. Maybe it's a bit of an ego stroke, but it's just because I want to see myself in the stories. That's my need for an action figure of myself.
Totally, yeah. I feel the same way. I mean, I've been thinking about it. I think this is the same guy that I was talking to, that he had advertised that he could do some custom, custom personal sculpt. And I know I talked to him, but I never followed up with it. I have so many projects going on, but it's something I still want to do. Although probably just take a Lex Luthor head and just do that. Paint a beard on him. That's very cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, like let's go on to the Cabal. So you're a mod at the Cabal. Anybody who doesn't know the Mythic Legion's Cabal, you if you're here and you're watching this, I assume you either know or you should know. Facebook group, great Facebook group, moderated by Walter Hagen. Also the Cosmic Cabal. We got two things going on now. So how did you get involved with that, and how did you become a mod?
I was begging to see more Mythic Legion's photos. I would Google it, I would Reddit it, there's nothing outside of the original Four Horsemen, diorama. I'm like, this is crap. I need more. So I did a lot of searching. I joined 4 or 5 Mythic Legions groups. The Cabal is the one and only group that really embraced it.
Yeah.
Other people, they're like, oh, nice, cool, but no one else fed into the sheer love. Not just the hype, but the love of the line. You know? You don't see that a lot. Like in G.I. Joe groups, they get hyped, but they get mad.
Yeah. And there was, I'm not going to name names, but there were other Mythic Legions groups, and there still are, that, I just had some issues with those. I would put up pictures and try to, like, I mean, people, if anybody's interested, then here's my, Instagram. And those were pulled off immediately. No.
I was like you, Elliot. I joined a bunch right off the bat, right when I discovered this line, and it wasn't long before the Cabal was the only one left standing for good reason.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I mean,
exactly.
Hey,
obviously, I have this liking for Templar, so sometimes people bring in their exterior world beliefs, and they go like, well, these guys are this. I'm like, hey, maybe not. I'm not going to, I only know what I've done research on, and you may have done research that says other things, but you don't have to make this political. It's not a political place. This is a fantasy world, and these are toys.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Please.
Yeah.
Pretty easy concept to grasp, you'd think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a mod, but you never see me talk about, religion like ever. I'll talk objectively about history, but I won't ever put opinions out there about myself or other things because, come on, they're toys. Have fun.
Yeah,
exactly.
There he is. There's the man right in the there he is.
The chat. Yes.
Oh, but yeah, I was gonna say, that's how I became a mod. I found the Cabal. People kept fueling my enthusiasm. And then, hey, Walter, much love, man. And he's like, hey, I'm thinking about making you a mod. We could use more people like you that are just enthusiastic and that try and, keep a good spirit. So I'm like, does it pay? No, I'm just kidding. No, but he brought me on, and funny enough, small segue, small anecdote. First day on, I inadvertently angered my dear friend Dennis Derby, who at the time we weren't friends at the time. So I was like, oh, first day on the job.
Oh,
but now he
right into the fire.
Yeah.
Did you say you liked Queen or something like that? Is that what you did to anger Dennis?
He hates them. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I found out. Yeah.
Nah. It was actually he and I had miscommunication because he thought I was making a political statement when I was not. So
he is. Well, I won't make you relive that.
Yeah, but he's a wonderful person. He was very open to allowing me to explain myself, and so now we're great friends. Honestly, we talk about once or twice a week.
Nice. He's a great dude. And speaking of Lake, let's talk about photography here. You, big photographer.
Yeah, some epic battle scenes. Love your captions that you put with them.
I'm just going to hide the sidebar here. Get these nice and big on the screen.
A DM for Dungeons and Dragons, like a forever DM. I never got to play myself.
Okay. I knew you. Yeah, you're into that. I was going to ask you about that too.
But I love the whole storytelling thing. Thus,
that's it's very evident.
And the big battles. Once again, I love the named characters that they came out with in Four Horsemen lines, but I've always identified more with the nameless guys that get into the dirt. That's always been a soft spot for me. So I've always wanted to portray things like that, like Norman soldiers versus Templar. Not historically accurate, but in the world of mythos, something like that could happen. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
I think that one's
anything can happen.
Army fighting the Templar, but I just to be able to see something grander without having to say, oh, it's a one-on-one duel. I if I want to see that, I'll just go watch Troy, watch Brad Pitt kick ass. But nameless guys fighting, there's something glorious about it. So I'm like, just throw bodies on the field. Yeah,
this is great. I love this. And you're also, I don't have it on here, but go check it out on the Cabal. He's got some great stories that go along with these that he explains what's happening in the scene too, which is fantastic. Just really good stuff, man. Love it. Love the shot. Lots of nice action here.
Good depth.
Great diorama too. Do you build the dioramas?
Yes.
Yeah.
And literally, you don't have to be good at foam carving to be good at dioramas. The background, I literally just slathered light blue on the background with a big old brush, put it really far back, bought a grass mat, glued it to foam, and then bought some random crap at PetSmart. And
that's it.
Diorama.
Voila. And I saw that your wife gets in on the dio making too, huh?
Oh yeah. For the castle is a little bit more, but she is there to help lighten the load.
Nice.
Awesome. She's a keeper.
Oh,
there's the man right there.
Absolutely.
Chuck Norris taking on everybody.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's great. So now where are the Norman these are modified?
Just gonna ask that.
Yes, they're
Mythics,
Steel
right?
Knights. For those people that underestimate the Steel Knight, do not underestimate the versatility of that character. Those are all the same guy that you just slap on a tunic, use a little those amazing brown belts that For Horsemen provides. The shields. Shout out to Anthony Househill. He does the toy.
Hopefully he's awake.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's probably sleeping.
Yeah, those shields. Oh, so good. He custom made this for me. I asked him. No one does these. He's like, let me do that.
Nice.
He's more of a Viking guy.
Awesome.
And a dwarf guy, but man,
and a dwarf guy.
His work is outstanding. My action figure customs, the faces and the helmets.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh,
very
cool.
Yeah, I mean those Legion builders, man, and people are going to have a chance to get more of those coming up. They are great. I mean, yeah, they're a little flat when you just display them as is. Yeah, I mean they're good as a background character here or there, but you can really dress these things up. And I love the tunic idea too. I don't know if the Strups are doing that or anything, or even Max Bird, but
I haven't seen anybody. Yeah,
I don't know if I've seen anybody do that, and it's a great idea.
I know that they do like drapage and some skirts and some capes, but when it comes to full tunic, I've seen some other like non-major makers just kind of take a piece of cloth, cut a hole in it, and put a belt.
Well, yeah, I mean it's not even a difficult thing to make. I mean to make it look nice. These look great. Sure, but you can. I mean, terrible. You made this. Did you make these yourself?
Mm.
Yeah, they look great.
Oh well, I said in person they look terrible, but luckily the camera adds 10 pounds, so they look a little.
Yeah, sure. I love this. This was great. This was very funny. I like that you're not afraid to get outside and just have some fun with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally, I'm known to be a little sillier at random.
It's great, Delphina.
Great
I love
perspective.
This character.
Yeah, love that.
Oh yeah.
Top down is a tough thing to do, man, and this really works here. It's really good. And now you got some blood on these guys. Is that temporary stuff, or do you bloody up some of these guys for battle scenes? Like paint?
So I'm way too afraid of actual liquids because I have ruined other toys by using fake blood or dyes or water. So I actually use an app that what's his name? Kang Nguyen. Puts up called a PixArt. It's just on a phone. You grab a sticker, you slap it on, and you can adjust its shape and its opacity. So I make them about 3 times clearer, so it looks like it's soaked in.
Nice.
I'll give you a recipe for some blood that does nothing to anything. It's great, cleans up perfectly, and it doesn't stain.
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic stuff.
To share on the show, Trevor.
Yeah, some food coloring. It's some chocolate powder. It sounds terrible. It sounds like, believe me, the first time I tried it on a fairly expensive, I think it was one of these Bandai Stormtrooper samurai figures, and I was a little worried. But it water cleaned right up. No trace. Nice. It was fine. So it's good awesome stuff, and it's nice and thick. And you can get the color you want. You can get it nice and dark. It really looks like blood. It's good.
Oh wow!
It's great. Another custom here too. This is very cool.
Oh yeah. He was one of my Templar that I converted into Richard first Lionheart. Actually, funny thing, if you look really closely, I have maybe 6 or 7 extra Templar torsos and tunics. That guy, you can completely turn it back into a Templar with swapping out the arms and legs. You know, the arms and legs are preserved, so if I ever need more Templar, I just swap out the tunic and the shoulder pads and the head, and he's a Templar again. I intentionally make all my customs so that they can be convertible back to their original form. I don't want permanent setups in case I change my mind,
I hear you.
horse.
Yeah,
The
I know.
beauty of this
That's always
line,
my.
too.
Yeah, it's always my. I have extras now but I always got to have that even the Legion Builder stuff. I got to have at least one version of it that's
Original.
pure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what does he get a label on there? Like is that like
Hand
a
painted.
water label? That you painted that?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's good work.
Wow,
man.
that is super impressive.
Oh,
Very
thanks.
Yeah, really nice. Really, really nice. That's great.
Yeah.
Look at that. So
I
cool.
just love the colors.
Big
Those
fan of,
chainmail
Warhammer.
skirts are great.
Oh,
Love
from
those.
my action figure customs. They do great work. I can't wait to get more of it when I get my next couple paychecks in.
Yeah, for sure. There he is. There he
Yes.
is. There he is, Walter.
Walter.
I'm working on a Walter
Dennis
right
Derby
now. I like.
that one.
Oh, really? I like that
Mhm.
you did. I like you did the toque, the hat as like armor. I love
Metal,
that. That's
yeah.
great.
Right? Yeah, Dennis
Never-
meant it to paint as a beanie, but I'm like, it kind of looks like armor. Just stack armor on it.
It's really good. I'm double thinking my because I just did like the black hat that he always wears. I gotta finish that up. I think I just did his eyes the other day.
Mhm.
I love this.
Yes.
Love this shot. This is great.
Into the breach.
Yeah.
So now, which horses are these? Are these the Lord of the Rings horses, or what are these?
Only the
look
one on the
great.
far right, the white one, is Lord of the Rings. The rest, I literally just got at Goodwill or any other
Wow.
junk store that I can find a random horse. Yeah,
Those
so
work.
for some
Yeah, work
movement
good.
variety.
They look really good, man.
Scale wise, decent. Yeah.
Yeah, very decent.
Yeah.
They're in the range of those Lord of the Ring spawn horses.
Yeah. If they're too small, just place them closer to the camera.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think they look good. I mean, I love I love the Horsemen. I love the Bellius, but it's a big horse. It's big. It works for some of the bigger armored characters, and they look right. But it is definitely a big horse. I still think some of these things, like in the Lord of the Rings, things work well with the elves and things like that. But they actually look really good here. Really good.
Yeah.
Really love the shot. Love the shot. Fantastic.
I was gonna say this is maybe a month before I got Bellius, or Balius. I actually don't know how to pronounce his name. But yeah, so I just had to make do. I couldn't wait. I'm like, I really want that horse. I can wait.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Throw it all together.
Well, Walter's saying Seba didn't know he had hair when he sculpted Walter. It's hilarious.
Well, who did? I mean, for a while, I didn't.
For
I
the
wouldn't
longest
know that
time.
Walter had hair or not. I had no idea. Awesome stuff, man. That's great.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Go check out Elliot's stuff on. Now, are you on Instagram?
Yes.
You are, right? Yeah.
Templar
What is your-
toys. Super obvious, right? No, who would have
There you go. You can't even forget that, right? After all this talk, like Templar toys, just go look it up. Yeah, great imagery, great photographer, great mod, great dude. As we all found out.
Appreciate that.
So we're going to move on to some news, and Elliot's going to hang out with us and talk about some of this stuff. One of the first things is, Cosmic Legion's pre-order is done. We're done with at least through before Horsemen.
Midnight.
Last night at midnight. I tried to get everybody that that I could to get on there and get them. It's a tough time. It's a tough time of year. So much stuff. I mean, this is a whole other topic, but there's so much stuff out there coming out. There's so many pre-orders. I mean, you had Galactus, you had, Super 7 coming out with stuff, and just everybody has Hasbro Pulse,
Hasbro
has PulseCon, and it's a lot competing for your buck now, your toy a buck. But I from all accounts, it did really, really well. You still have a shot to get them now. They're all up on Big Bad Toy Store and other places. Let me see if I can find my Chrome tab here.
Empire Toys has them up.
Empire Toys has them up. Am I still on here?
Yep.
Okay. It's weird. Yeah, this is kind of nice. Look at that. Front billing on the
Yeah,
old
that's
Big Bad
huge.
Toy Store. That's great. So now this was interesting. Something I didn't even know about and just saw today. So if you got in, I think it was any order through Store Horsemen, you got the gold skull. And
I'm assuming the coin's gold too then, right?
I don't know if the key is gold or not. This is the only thing that I think is maybe different.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that though. I don't know. There is no picture of it here, but somebody did have a picture of it on the Cabal, I think. Maybe it was Cosmic Legions. Anyway, it's basically the same skull, but only just in silver. That oops, there we go.
So yeah, we were pondering earlier. So through the Horsemen, you got the gold. Through the retailers, you get the silver. So where's the bronze coming from, Elliot?
Yeah,
scalpers, or what do you think?
I'm gonna say those people that managed to get the ISS orders in because they came in last.
Yeah, really.
There you go.
Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah,
did not know that was coming.
A surprise.
Yeah.
And it's something you can order. It's not just if you order anything, you get it. It's a separate order. Looks like, yeah.
Yeah, $10 you get the key and so that's the difference. I mean, you got to pay for that. But completists like myself, I mean, it's a silver
for $10.
If it's silver spray paint can away,
right.
But still, I'm gonna have to get that for $10.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna have to.
I think it was a smart move on the Horseman's part.
Definitely. Let's just take a look at where'd we go? Cosmic Legions. Some of the other stuff here. So I mean, this is the thing. Yeah, slog is $120. Still great. It's still a good price. You get 2 heads of that thing. It's a huge chunk of plastic, as Todd McFarlane would say. It's always nice to get these things, and it's what I told people: get them while you can from the Horsemen. Still, for $50, this is what anybody else would be charging for a figure like this. This is like a Super 7 Ultimates in terms of content and stuff. So, contents anyway. So, still great. Still a great thing. Nate? Did you pick anything up? Did you pick anything up? Please, come on.
I can't divulge the amount I spent in case.
Just in case the wife checks this out. Okay. Yeah. I got a couple all-ins, couple extra things because I think I'm going to be customizing some of this stuff. At least I want to pretend that I am. Yeah. And Elliot, so you said you're holding off for a while
Actually,
on the cosmic stuff.
Get, two of the Sentries.
Okay.
One to keep as is, and one to try and make a Space Templar because, of course,
there you go. I knew it.
Right on.
I knew it. That's going to be cool, man. I can't wait to see that custom. That's a really good idea. Love it.
Thank you.
Love it. I think there's going to be a whole lot of stuff like that going on, like just some cool crossovers with the equipment and the look, and people bringing that into. I mean, we already saw some great stuff on Jeremy's show. With Dennis and Nikki and Joe, their customs, and a couple of those, especially Dennis did a lot of stuff that would fit right into Mythos with the cosmic bodies and pieces and stuff. It was really, really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
So that's that. I got another bit of news that I don't even know. I saw this just today. On the Mythic Legions War of the Aetherblade news. Ooh. And I'm trying to find the page. Bear with me. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So this is some new renderings
wow.
of the game. And I think this is outside Castle Silverhorn and the town.
Wow.
And this looks...
Putting the cheaters on for this.
That's really, awesome. Really incredible. Some beautiful detail. And this is just one of many pictures. Don't know if I can go backwards on this one. I think I opened it up. I should probably open up the other screen. But yeah, look at the
great,
vegetation, and yeah, I mean, this looks really cool. Let me stop this for a minute.
Really inspiring for all the dio makers out there.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's going to be exciting about this is, I think this is, there we go. So this is like a before and after rendering of Castle Silverhorn. Look how cool that looks.
Wow.
Wow, that looks, in the original comic, they had something that looked relatively similar, but I couldn't quite see more of it because they shot it at a flat angle looking right at the base. It's great to see the whole thing in full view.
Yeah, this is probably, I think it was Castle Silverhorn in there because I think it took place at that location. But look, I mean, these are beautiful, man. This is going to be, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Just to wander through here, you know what I mean? It's going to be really cool. And for the dio makers, incredible reference.
Seeing this makes me really, I can't remember, did they announce that it's going to come to consoles yet or no? I don't know if that ever unlocked, but
I think it was iOS and PC, and they didn't quite reach Xbox.
Yeah, because man, I hope they do. Because to play around with a world like this just on your phone screen, you want this larger, you know.
Yeah, I do. I got the impression though that they were leaning towards possibly doing that anyway.
It's gonna happen. Yeah,
that'd be really nice.
So
I'm
which
an
would
Xbox
be really
guy,
cool.
So
yeah, me too. I'd be okay playing that on an iPad though. I think that would kind of be I like those.
Yeah, it might not be bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and find the
Billy Beige says he's doing a PC for this. Good call, Will.
Yeah, so here's some of this is multiple settings here. I'll just zoom in on these. These are a little bit low. Oh, hello. Thank you. No. Advertisement.
But while you search that up really quick, I just want to say I also really like the fact that the game is not just for those people that want to make a little tactical game and be a gamer. It's also for the creative types. You get to not only create your own character, you get to see it digitally, you get to see the world, and you get to hear the voices of the characters for once. I've always wondered what Cabal sounded like.
Yeah, I mean, like they were saying, the customization part of it alone is
worth it. Worth
$30.
Yeah.
Was it for 50 for the deluxe or something like that? But $30 to be able to, preview your customs, put paint on them, whatever you want to do before you even dive into painting. This is fantastic. This is apparently a statue. That's very cool.
That Queen.
I mean, it's going to be, of Artemis. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Wow, look at that.
So that's a quick rendering. Yeah, I mean, really, really awesome stuff, man.
And so this is on the new app, you're saying, right, Trevor?
This is something I think that they just collected some notes. I don't know how long it takes me to get back to this. Oh, saved home. I got weapons. So look at these. I mean,
so
everything from the game. Here we go.
Wow, yeah. Oh, is that a Heavens brand?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, that's new. Cat out of the bag? We don't know. Interesting.
I appreciate the transparency. They're showing us every step of the way of development. A lot of companies don't do that. They like to kind of hide their cards behind as close to the chest as possible. But showing us everything, I appreciate that a lot. I
do too. It keeps the hype going. Yeah, it keeps excitement.
It's fun on the Discord. I joined them a couple times to check out some behind the scenes, and they just showed how they were rendering these things and just talking about the different levels of rendering, and what it takes to even just build like something like this. It's got to be insane because this thing, when you guys get this in hand, I mean, you can see it already, but it's a crazy piece of work. Yeah, which is just really, really cool. But they're doing a great job. I mean, you're going to see all this stuff that you collect in the game. I mean, I think people who are maybe not quite as enthused about the game and we're just kind of looking at the figures, I think it's going to be some minds changed. Once this thing
Will
gets
White
going,
brings up here too.
Oh, yeah,
we just noticed that bow that's new. Will says, have y'all noticed the armor pieces we don't have in Mythics yet?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of those,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
This, I think, is in Alithia, though, right? I think this is the
Yeah,
tunic that's in Alithia. That's
Yeah.
Lord
With
Bardrick?
the Falcon.
Bardrick or Balric. Yeah. We've seen that.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet, yeah.
Haven't we?
Have we? Is that on the Gladiator coming out? And because I've never actually seen that in figure form.
Just who's got the one pauldron? It might be.
Is this Gorgo's?
Because
The new
Gorgo has a
Gorgo?
traditional.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, bladed pauldron.
With all the third-party stuff, it's hard to keep track of.
I was gonna say.
I know, right? This is not something we've seen.
That's new, yeah. I want
That's
one of those.
badass.
Yeah, they were showing like the skeleton. They rendered the whole skeleton. I mean, the whole thing is rendered and animated. It's very, very cool.
Looks outstanding.
Look at that.
God, that's
This is
so
gonna be
cool.
so much fun, man. I can't wait for this thing. Can't
Talk
wait.
about a rabbit hole.
I know, right?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. You can take your Frog Knight and make him green.
Literal frog. Yeah, that's great.
It's great. So cool.
God,
Oh
that's
my god,
amazing.
the customization, man.
Just being able to play with colors, let alone swapping parts.
Exactly. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I thought that was really cool, man. I'm glad I clicked on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump on that too.
Let's took a deeper look at that stuff. Very, very cool. What else have we got? Sales.
It's been a lot of sales lately. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to catch us up on some things? Let me open up. I think I have these all in a window somewhere. That's Elliot's. Here's some cosmic. Am I sure? No, I'm not showing this. This is really stupid that I have to swap this. Just want to go. We didn't touch on this either, so I want to just go through this stuff.
Three new
some of the
heads,
new. Yeah, these are all new since we were out there on our last show. Very cool. So each one of these guys now has 2 heads for the Legion builders. I mean, it's great, and
That's
really,
awesome.
really cool.
I mean, especially if you got in on the pre-order, but even so, if you're getting this through a big bad, just what you're getting for $45-50, amazing.
Yep. I love the look of these too.
Right,
So
that
cool.
Cyclops eye is great.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people customizing that one. This is great.
Cool
I would love that the
colors.
helmet
I mean,
he comes with has like this thing in the middle, so it's almost like there's some sort of third eye, or the way they look. You know what I mean? That's what I love. It's like, make it up.
Yeah, I was wondering actually with that specific helmet, it looks like there's a light. It looks almost like there's a piece inside and there's a translucent cover. I wonder how they're going. That is what it is. Okay, I'm like, is it just a painted design? Okay, that is actually a piece inside.
No, this is sculpted. Yeah, this is sculpted and painted. I think it's going to be painted silver when it gets. I think it's painted silver. I don't know.
But to see that blue translucent,
I don't remember. But either way, it's got
really
it's
good.
it's bright enough. When you put this blue translucent piece over it, it looks great. I don't also know if those. I don't know if anybody's asked if those are going to be. I'm assuming they're going to be glued down. On those, a little heat, you could remove them, I'm sure, and paint up the insides and re-glue them. But I'm assuming there's no way to just pop those on and off. But yeah, very, very cool. Love this guy. It's a great color combination too.
It's a great color, but there's not there's not a lot of intricate colors on that, so you can see a lot of people doing simple paint changes on that, pieces like those.
Yeah, some just washes and things like that, and like I guarantee they're going to be, I mean, these are Legion builders, so the paints are a little simpler. You know what I mean? If these were named characters, I'm sure they'd be a lot more
right. But it's
they'd
perfect
have those
for
washes and stuff. But
perfect for creating a lot of variety if you want on your shelf or your photos or whatever.
Yeah. And Drew Chase on the Cosmic Cabal put these little triple shots together. So thank you for
Super
that.
cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, those are exciting. Glad to see those.
A
lot of stuff you're getting. So just a quick shout out to our friend, my friend and yours, Chris Gowrich. And
what a care. He's a Four Horsemen character.
Yeah, and George,
just like the ones they make
on their weekly YouTube show Wednesdays, I think at 4 p.m. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. These were just picks I picked up from the Cabal. Some people. This was really cool. Michael Woods put this up here, and you know what? It got me thinking about this the Robo Skull a lot.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It wasn't something that I thought I needed, and I'm like, you know what? That could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Red Skull, and then we got some pics of Lithia.
Lithia, yeah, that was so cool to see
those.
Look
how great this looks.
Man.
Oh my God. I can't wait, man. I mean, I saw these in prototype form, obviously, and really immobile, glued into place. But even then, like, the soft goods looked fantastic. They looked incredible. I can't even imagine how great this is going to be able to move this around and have all these hands and stuff. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Which is nice. I mean, knowing that we've got such a long wait for Cosmic to come in, that we've got a lot of stuff in between that's going to satiate that.
Yeah. And our horse back there in the background. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
So check out the. Does he even have a name?
Oh. Do we lose that?
There he is.
He's back.
Does that show even have a name?
I haven't heard an official name yet. Yeah.
Me neither. Let's take a look at some sales here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this share screen on and off. I think I should have just done this a different way. Oh well, next time. Strups.
Yes.
Strup Family Crafts.
Just went up. I want to say Saturday. I think they just started. So a lot of new pieces there.
I missed this. I think I missed this.
They sold out quick.
Fast enough. Yeah. And the other one was the you don't have it on here, but the there's a black sort of gothic looking cape with a hood. With
that
over in the corner.
Like The Amazing showed on the
on the
Doc Knock and stuff, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a great piece. I know there's a lot of sales going on with a lot of stuff, so I wasn't. We'd be here all night if I showed every single piece people were putting out there. But,
no, these are just some highlights, but
so they make great
still going on.
A poncho, it's beautiful.
I know this
Isn't cool?
Great. It was that and that other cape were I got to get these in. I think they were both sold out. I'm almost positive they're going to be at Legion's Con, right? So I'm sure they'll have some. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping a lot of these people. We're going to talk about
in a couple weeks.
See what's up next here? Let's go to this first. This is Planetary Dog Toys.
You know what? Yeah, I mean they had a lot of great stuff, and their sale ended yesterday.
Yeah,
but between these beer mugs and the bread, and there's a ton of shields they had up that were amazing.
Glad to see this. I got a lot of these beer mugs, and this is
those look so good. I know.
Good painting guide. I started out with sort of a metallic-y yellow, and it didn't quite work as well as I thought it was going to look. But these breads, I have some of these breads. I haven't gotten around to
do you?
those yet. But,
they do
oh man,
work.
Whoever's at Legion's Con, pick me up some of that bread.
I'll get you some bread.
That's awesome.
Fresh bread.
I'll get you some bread.
Good.
Yeah, these were so cool, man. I think
cool.
I picked up this one, or I picked up just the wheel one.
Did you?
And honestly, I'm thinking this for Nemo from Mezco, or even something to play with Popeye or something,
Oh, there you go.
I think I picked up the regular wheel. He's got just a plain wheel too. Oh, there it is up in the background there. It's just hey, this is a ship's wheel. You know what I mean? Put that on a little mount, and you're good to go.
They had
these are shields.
So cool.
These are shields. So there's handles on the back of them, and
Yeah.
good to go. Had some great shields. I got a bunch of these.
Did you? Yeah, I grabbed a couple.
He had the Cabal logo. I got a couple of those. I think I got
Grab
this
that
Ram.
for sure.
I think I got this Ram one with the chains. That's going to be a challenge to paint. I mean, whoever did these, I don't know who did the painting on these.
I think Julie did a lot of these. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she said she did most of those.
Yeah, she did amazing
work.
Yeah.
They make a great team.
Yeah, and then I was just gonna say, and this guy, holy crap,
insane. It's crazy.
It's just it's so badass. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I picked up his wolf, one of his wolf kits too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I've yet to put it together. I got so much. I keep getting stuff, and I just don't. I don't know. I don't have time. Yeah, I'm working on. I got a couple of these from my action figure customs. The lion.
Oh wow! Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm making some elite guard for Leodicius.
That's so cool looking.
Yeah, they're really cool. What else we got? We got. Oh, this is what I was going to say. I think he's going to be here too at Legions Con coming up. This is Mass Customs, right?
Mass Customs, yeah.
You got a note here. Started. October. Okay, cool. Look at this stuff.
Ooh, yeah,
cool. Got
great work.
Little man at arms thing. Is that what that is?
I love that Skeletor. What is it?
Yeah, really. This guy right here, the underbite. Yeah. I love that.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cool Motu stuff. If you're into Motu, there's some great Motu tributes.
A lot of variety.
And play on Motu, so go check that out. MassCustomsTheShop.com, PlanetaryDogToys.com, StrupFamilyCrafts.com.
I think so.
I'll let you find that one. You can find all these guys too on Instagram too, and just reach out to them. We got whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. We got Legion Shop.
Yeah, they had a ton of stuff from a lot of great artists. Some stuff like this, I just pulled the ones that. So they had painted, they had unpainted.
It's beautifully painted.
Yeah, that's so good.
That's very cool.
I saw that one earlier today. The Triceratops. Or is it Ceratops? I forget.
Yeah. That's the what period is that? That's the same.
It's a crustaceous.
Dinosaur. Yeah, the dinosaurs. They just came out. The guy who does them, I got a couple of them.
On the Kickstarter thing.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of them.
Yeah,
that's cool.
This is a Anthony Houseal special, I believe.
Oh yeah.
And I think they ran. I think this painted version sold out, but they still, as of I want to say yesterday, they had unpainted still available.
Mm-hmm. Painted stuff is really reasonable too.
It's great deals.
I tend to buy that now just because even though I look at it and go, "Oh, that'd be fun to paint," I'm like, I have such backlog.
Yeah.
I think if I quit my job and I did nothing but paint, I would still not finish everything that I have.
Yeah.
It's stupid. This is very cool. This is in the same vein a little bit, or maybe this is the Strup. Is this the Strup?
This is Strup. Yeah.
Yep. Crafts, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. It's another Toy Forge.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this,
this
the
is
new
the
company
grasses,
they've got in.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are. They had a variety. This one had the little stream in it, but some are just sort of the grass fields and.
I got to see these up close.
Yeah,
if they have some modular stuff where you could stack them, out, because I'm going to need a little more depth. But I mean, as a display,
I think these are built sort of for detail. Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can probably piece them together. I also say that this guy, Mark Van Kennen, he does great GI Joe third-party prints as well. They're high quality. It's straight from the factory. I gotta say.
Really,
I get a lot of his stuff. Yeah.
No kidding.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I got one of these. It's still in the box, ready to be painted. These look great. Kitsune. or how does Travis say it?
Kitsune, or I forget.
Kitsune. Oh, Travis. Can't wait to see Travis. All right, I think we got a couple more here. We got My Action Figure Customs.
They had a ton of stuff.
Yeah, just go on there because it's constantly coming.
Yeah, I just pulled obviously because 'tis the season. A lot of their pumpkin heads, right?
Yep.
Couple things where they were getting low on. I kind of pulled a picture like this. I thought
these are fantastic, and this is what you used, right?
For amazing.
Yeah,
the younger
absolutely.
ones,
I used them for my Normans. Actually, last year for Halloween, he released those faces, the same head but with zombie faces.
Oh yeah,
because he hadn't released human heads yet. I had to glob on extra epoxy and paint them to make them look more human.
Did you really?
Yeah, my first iteration were revived zombies. I don't know. Call whatever you will. It worked.
Yeah, I love these things. These I got to get to painting too. These are really cool because I really want some just faces for. I had a shot the other day that I was thinking about doing, and I'm like, this is just going to work so much better if these guys didn't have the helmet on. At least a couple of them. So
if MAFC is listening, dude, 2.0, those chainmail neck pieces. I need more of those, man.
Yeah. I think those were up, weren't they?
They haven't put a 1.0, but not 2.0. I guess they can sell them as well.
Okay.
Man, I love them.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, these pumpkin heads are fantastic. I think I have this one, and I know I got this one. It's on the table right now, and I was going to try and get it done for Halloween, but probably not going to happen. What are you going to do? And finally, nothing to show here in terms of product as of yet, but coming up 13th and
real
14th.
Soon. Wolf King, yeah.
Wolf King Customs. This will be in person at Legion's Con, and you can pre-order on the site if you can't make it to Legion's Con. So, gonna be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got to bring so much money, man. It's not.
Oh God, it's gonna be
stupid. Just stupid.
Yeah, I'm bringing an extra suitcase just to bring shit home in.
Yeah. Lucky I can drive. I can just fill the car. That'll be good.
Right.
I'm sure I'll be taking all Walter's stuff back with me too to ship back. This is my usual MO, right? Right, Walter? Is he still on here?
Yeah, he's still there.
Let's take a look. All right, so let's take a look at what do we got? 10:30. Perfect timing. Let's go into some community picks. We usually go on to our Mythic Fantasy Toy Pick. No. Myth and Fantasy Toy Pick hashtag. So use that. It's a great way to put, get your stuff in front of people who are looking for the fantasy stuff. Just go through a couple of these things. This is really nice.
That's
ooh, there's some beautiful.
That's from Kai Lab, I believe. The stuff he makes.
Stuff. I see it pop up once in a while.
He's amazing. Such a sweetheart of a guy too.
Yeah. Very cool. Love that. You don't see. There's certain figures you do, but you don't see a whole lot of detailed portraits and stuff like this. I like a nice, cropped shot like this sometimes.
Yeah, I know. And I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. The details in these figures, they're so deserving of shots like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like even in a static pose, they have so much power.
Yeah, totally.
Ooh.
There you go. Oh, the elf looks good there.
Yeah.
On Balius.
Yeah.
That works too.
It's cool.
I haven't even tried that yet, so I was wondering if they were going to feel a little slight, but they don't. They look.
I was going to say also to the person who posted that, man, you got the trotting pose down. I still can't get that. I have to hide the wonky looking legs just to make it look real. But you got that pose down. Whoever did that.
It's tricky, and I still think. I mean, it's kind of late for Lithia, and it's probably for whatever else is coming up if there's more horses. But I'm still contemplating drilling out a little hole in the belly for some kind of stand.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. Underneath the...
Yeah, right underneath the strap. So you wouldn't even see it really, and you can just kind of move it out of the way. And one of those simple clear stands, something that you can get, because when I did the shot of the group coming towards towards the camera, the middle one I got running, but I definitely put a stand on that, and it was a little fudge,
actually,
but it worked.
I wanted to know how you did that, because I was like, I was like, honey, look at this.
Because there's 3 feet off the ground, so there's 3 hooves off the ground. So
I'd love to get all 4 off.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You want to do jumping poses and things like that. Yeah, it's something that I kind of wish they came with, only because I don't love to like modify the figure like that, but I think it'll be hidden anyway. And when am I going to sell these?
Let me know when you do it and how it works out, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, of course.
For jumping figures, one of my things that I do that's super impractical, but people find it funny. I do a marionette, like one of those puppets. It's a little cross with strings. I wrap it underneath their armpits and then with one hand camera, and it seems to work. I can't do a lot of scenes though, because it is tiresome on the arm.
Yeah, I bet.
That's an interesting technique.
Annual photo toy. Sorry, annual. Very cool. Like I just like this. This is a nice outdoor shot. Nice bokeh. It's got some really nice depth on it, and again, just like the earlier pick, like just a simple pose, but outside with the light bouncing off the helmet. It is kind of nice. Every once in a while, I think about like, it would be nice to get some actual sunlight every once in a while, but then I don't really want to leave the basement. Bring all my equipment outside.
Yeah,
I like control. This is an interesting costume. Is this? So I guess this was and you participated in this, Nate. The color of blood, which was
the red. Yeah.
That's
very
great.
cool. Is this a Mary Jane classic Spider-Man head? I believe it is, right?
I think so.
Just touched up a little bit with some black roots and stuff. That looks really good. I like it.
It does look good.
Peter did something to piss her
fur
off.
tape.
Coming for him now.
Really?
It looks like Belphegor's down.
Oh, wow.
That works really well.
I didn't even see him down there. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Should be a little blood on that.
Yeah.
I'll give everybody the recipe.
The question is, do demons actually bleed at this point? I don't know what the lore is on that in Mythos. I read as much as I can, but there's only so much one can find. I
think you could possibly just do an entire hashtag of Belphegor.
Couldn't you? He's such a awesome figure.
It's I haven't shot him yet, and like every time I see another one, I'm like, I really got to get this guy out.
Gotta.
Because they're all just great. Peel Toy Box Photography here. Somebody
Pablo,
else a good one.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Man, what? That just oozes malice, that pose.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Blood there going on. I thought this was cool.
Yeah, I had that one from Pablo pulled out. Yeah, I love the cape flowing and.
I'm like the timber, and like I've got like I think I ordered like 3 of these stupid things, and I ordered them from Hasbro Pulse. I'm not even going to keep the what's his name?
The Joe.
The Snake Eyes.
Let me know if you don't want him. I'm making a SWAT team, and he's my base.
Oh yeah, they're yours, man. I got 3 of them coming. Maybe I'll keep one. I don't know, but the other 2, yeah.
Well, let me know.
All right, I will. I just want a whole bunch of wolves. I mean, side note, G.I. Joe is becoming the place to get your 1/12 articulated animals, apparently.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, gators and
croc yesterday,
eagles.
Man.
Yeah,
the eagle. I passed on the eagle. Probably should have grabbed an eagle, but yeah.
Mr. Mata says, I miss participating in that hashtag. I think, dude, anytime you want to post something, use that hashtag. Do it, because you don't have to do it when we. Like, the Sunday night, Monday mornings, just whenever you post a Mythic shot.
Yeah, if you do a Mythic shot, put it up there. Oh, hey, look, it's Belphegor.
Yeah, wow. Look at the lighting on that one.
Another nice shot. Yep.
Like, despite him being all red and black, even orange backgrounds, he just looks great. There's no clash.
Yeah. No, this is a nice, he's got a nice color grade on top of this. I think to bring it all together, it's really nice. Cool little scene. I love a scene. Gotta love
People
just
don't
a
show
simple
Freya
scene.
Good framing.
I know Freya's a good figure, man. Like I gotta shoot her
beautiful
too.
face.
Yeah,
Right.
I gotta figure out a way to work her in. Is this Belphegor? No, thank God, it's not Belphegor. Just red. That's cool. Very nice. Oh, who is?
What do you know?
I guess if you do the color of blood as your theme for
He
the
was
week,
an easy go-to. Yeah,
you're just asking for Belphegor shots.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know,
I figured there'd be a lot of him. That's why I skipped.
Did you skip this one? I thought you did this one.
I did it. I'm saying that's why I skipped using him.
Oh, you skipped using Belphegor. Okay.
Yeah. Davies.
There you go. You're right there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Davey does awesome work always.
Yeah, he really does, man. Beautiful stuff. Always.
His post work is just really good.
Carlos. This is great.
Carl, yeah, that's so cool.
It's great. I can really he's another person I can really tell their picture like from a mile away.
Yeah,
I just
definitely
know
distinct style.
And he's always getting those sweet EM custom parts, Eric Miller sculpts.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does it smart. He just has Eric paint them for him, and he buys them, and he puts them on, and he actually gets to take pictures with him. Unlike me, I have a bunch of primed stuff over here that I'm like, this is going to be great someday.
Well, that's what I was so psyched. I don't know if you scroll a little bit more, you might come across mine. There's Iqbal's. Yeah.
Yes,
this is a great shot, man.
Yeah, I love that. Great action scene.
It's great. Really, this is really a fantastic action scene.
Yeah.
Like I
really,
especially
really nice.
like the softness of a lot of his photos, like the soft kind of almost like a light glow.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about it that he does that makes it feel magical. I'm like, wow, man!
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Another
his
person
Mythic
whose
shots
work
does
I
that.
can tell like
Yeah.
Immediately, yeah.
And that's a smart way to do like the posing, because if he does have a stand holding that up underneath that, it's hidden easy. So that's,
Yeah, actually,
I love this.
It's like there's a hidden stand behind the dying guy. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yep.
that guy.
Yeah, he's an ACBA guy too, man. He tries to keep it 100% with the ACBA and the practicality and tangibility. This is really cool. I like all the bodies.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, that's awesome.
It's nice. Good. You need a good bloody pick every once in a while. Oh, who's this?
Hey.
Yeah, look at
Look
that
at that.
beautiful sculpt. Good Lord, look at this shot.
Yeah,
What
so
the hell is
that's
this? What is this?
That's a spawn horse.
Oh, is that the spawn? Oh man,
Yeah.
that is
Okay.
a nice combo. Boom, boom, boom. That is beautiful.
So I was psyched to finally get a Nikki painted piece, and that's sculpted by Planetary Dog Toys. So I was just dying to get that in a pic. And so when I saw his red eyes, I'm like, oh, there you go.
Perfect.
You know,
And the staff by Steph, Detour
Horse?
Customs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Detour Customs.
Insane.
Yep.
Nice. I love Steven. He's an awesome guy.
Oh, such a great dude.
Guy.
Yeah, but I just want to say real fast that one of the things I like about the Cabal is that we're okay with mixing toy lines unabashedly. You know, there's no territorialism.
Yeah.
I really like that. It just really frees up the artistry of it all.
Yeah,
especially when it's something coming from McFarlane. You know, I feel like sometimes I'm a little leery of doing that with Four Horsemen, but hey, every time I tag them, they like the pick, so they're so down with that.
Exactly, they're great.
Who, McFarlane?
Yeah. No, Four Horsemen.
Oh, yeah, the Four Horsemen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
that's
you know,
the thing about those guys. Those guys are toy collectors. You know what I mean? They like all. They used to work with McFarlane. They collect Mezco. They collect GI Joe. So they're cool with everything, which is great.
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of sharing on their Instagram. I think they should. But I'm sure they'd be cool with that. Whereas like a Mezco, if you're using other people's products, they're probably not going to show it. I get that too, but be open. You know what I mean? There's a lot of toys out there.
Exactly.
There you go. There's
hey.
Oh yeah.
So this dude, when you said you did not get Conan, I'm like, oh, I was so dying to see your Conan picture, and then you got it.
It hurt. It hurt. like physically. Like there hasn't been a lot of stuff that I've missed. Like I could have missed, if I didn't get the Mosquatch. All right, if I missed P4 Hawk P40, it'd be like okay,
right.
But that Conan, man, when that happened,
yeah.
I was just sick. I was ill because
I thought if anybody's getting Conan, it's Trevor. And dude, you delivered on the photo. It's awesome.
Love Frazetta, but I mean, this is
to it too. Like
thanks. I love Frazetta. I mean, this is what I try to do. Yeah, the another great sculpt up in front here.
So cool.
Shoot, I forgot already who did it. Noble Bear Customs.
Noble Bear. Oh, okay.
Pete Tiemann painted it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it felt very Conan like. So like, that's the thing. I mean, like these Mezco figures are great, but you actually do need supporting figures for some of to really like they kind of work with other things. You know what I mean? So it's great that Conan is going to work fantastic with Mythic Legions. Really, really cool. That's not Mythic Legions. This is.
Get on out of here.
Very cool. Love a Skelly. Just they just look good no matter what they're doing. They can just be standing there.
I finally broke down. Got a couple Skellies myself. They just look so good.
Yeah. Yeah. See, even just trudging outside through the leaves. Oh, hey, Belphegor.
What do you know?
That's good.
What do you know? Action figurist. Another great dude. Good stuff. Very cool. This I love. I love this. This guy's. I'm not even sure who this is. I know it's not a Mythic Legions character, but I just like the leaves. I have one of these things that makes these leaves, and I've probably got
little like a hole puncher kind of thing.
Yeah, and I probably have like 24, and that took me like, a couple hours. As it is. This I gotta call this one out because it is.
Oh my
Mythic
god.
Legions.
Nate,
and
sick, man.
Numbskull Shots does some great stuff, and normally he does a lot of straight Mythic Legions, but this one he combined a bunch of different figures.
I love this backstory behind it. Dude, thanks for the nightmares, buddy.
Menangle, really very cool.
That's awesome.
With the guts hanging out here,
just everything about that was just
really fantastic.
Excellent.
It's epic.
Yeah.
Very cool. Got some great stuff here. There's a little Pixis for you. Numbskull stuff. Great. Another great, nice close-up. Just a nice tight shot. I saw somebody, that's what I was going to bring up. Real quick before we close out here. Why not go our full hour and a half? There was, if I can even find it. It was in the Cabal. And somebody, forget who it was. I don't know if I'll be able to find it in Mythic Legions, but somebody brought up like, what's your least favorite figure, which I thought was a great. Wish I'd tagged it. Oh, look at that! That's nice. Look at Eric.
Wow.
Pumpkin.
Wow.
Damn, pumpkin skellies. All right, now I got to do this. This is awesome.
That's excellent.
Damn, man, Mythic Legions, it's a hell of a drug, right?
Yeah, right. Those trees are very nice.
Yeah, Greg did a great job with those.
Might have to get a couple of those. I've been working on trees, like a formula for trees for like a year. I got some corgis. I love it. I had a corgi. I don't know where this is. How do I? Can I search for this? I suppose I can search.
While you're looking, we got Jacob Forna. Says, I just opened my first Mythic Legions figure about an hour ago, and my very high expectations were blown out of the water.
Nice.
I'm watching Jeremy and you guys for a while now. Just happy to be here. Well, Jacob, welcome.
Yeah,
super happy to have you, buddy.
Welcome, and I'm sorry because you're into a deep hole now, buddy.
Yeah.
No, it's great, man. I wonder if are you getting into Cosmic too, or
yeah, good question.
Just Mythic for now. So here's some of the answers. 2.0 Deluxe Knight Legion Builder. I like that figure. There's not a lot here that
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
While you're looking, I don't know if you'll come across, but we were talking earlier about this, like the Steel Knights. Someone just did the coolest paint job. Did you see that on here?
No.
Is it in here or is it on
within
the
the last
Cabal?
couple days? It's on the Cabal.
I didn't. I don't think I did.
Oh God, it was amazing.
See if you can bring it up while we're doing this. I'll show it. Yeah, Bronze Dwarf. I mean, everybody like the Legion builders. It's like, yeah, they're not the greatest looking, in comparison, but they're still great figures.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the point of them to be the greatest looking. It's the fact that they're an empty canvas for you to do your thing.
Yeah, they're background characters, or you can sit there and paint them up if you want. Delta Gar, yeah, it depends.
I kind of like.
I like in both form. I like both formats of Delta Gar. I mean, Dorina, okay. Just trying to find some more pictures. All the elves.
Oh, someone's from Temeria in the Witcher universe. Yeah.
Yeah, really. Otho. Oh, because I'll never have one. That's bitter, man. That's bitter.
It's okay.
Sir Valgard. I did not like Sir Valgard.
I like Sir Valgard. Who doesn't like him?
Yeah, he's great.
He's a dwarf paladin.
Yeah, really fascinating. I liked your answer, Elliot. The bat robots from Cobra.
Yeah.
Meaning you don't really hate any Mythic Legion figure.
Yeah, even if they're not my cup of tea, I still like them because there's so much detail and love behind them, and I know what could
I know.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even going to answer this one. This dual Steel Knight. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, once you get off this, I found that guy's thing.
Okay. Hagnon.
Come on.
Toy Galaxy would be very upset with you. Dan Larson would.
That's tantamount to heresy.
How do you not like a transparent, translucent figure? Urku. Interesting. Interesting. What's the compared to the others? The paint. Okay, I can see that. I mean, if you're gonna pick an orc, I suppose. This kills me, Michael.
That hurts. Yeah.
I love Thalen Frostbow. I think this is a great looking figure, man. Her face
super
is
unique. And
face and the helmet.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that what people don't like. I'm not casting aspersions on anybody here. I'm just being funny. Everybody's got their opinions, and that's fine. There's another one, Torian.
Walter's calling out Malleus. We all know that's a.
Oh yeah, Malleus.
Yeah.
What does Anakin say? Liar.
That's really exactly. You lie.
What other lies has the council been telling me?
Yeah, I just thought this is, I thought it could be contentious, but it just turned out to be funny, and everybody was cool about stuff.
Yeah,
and everybody was starting fights, which was great. That's what's great about it.
Cabal mostly.
Mine is, and I've told Eric this to his face. I just don't like Melina. I don't like that yellow paint.
Oh,
I don't like the green eye shadow or the painted on fangs and the baby blue armor. I realize like the Motu tribute figures are not really ever my favorites, really. Some of them. Adamon I love, and I love Keltis, but I don't know. Some of the more specific ones are not my favorite. But that one, just that baby blue armor just takes me right out of it, man. I can't do it. Metal Tool doesn't like Grisha.
Oh,
there you go.
Lexi and Nikki were with you.
She's on, right? There you go.
Nikki right underneath that.
Yeah. It's just, all right. I'm sure some people like it.
So if you want real quick.
Dennis. I was stirring up controversy.
I know, right?
Oh, there we go. Where was your response to this, Elliot? I want to see the thumbs down. No.
Worst, in my opinion.
Yeah. Someone else also said Templar. I'm like, no, it is what it is.
Yeah. This just born the 24th is excellent. That's great.
That's great. I like that. We don't do that here. That's great.
That's very good. Very good. That was a fun thread. I enjoyed that one a lot.
That's funny.
Go ahead and share, Nate.
Well, I was just going to say, if you can look up Pat Henry.
Can you share? You got the share button, no?
Oh, can I?
Yeah. Is it in the Chrome tab? Just go to share and hit Chrome tab and pick your tab.
Let me see. I'm going to share.
We're learning.
Video share screen?
Yeah. Share. No, you want to share screen and then hit Chrome tab. It's on the right. And then if it's in whatever Chrome tab you have it in, just pick it out. No.
Can you see anything or no? I don't know.
Nope.
No, you can't. You can't see that?
Nope.
Shoot.
Not working?
Not working, I guess. Unless I just.
What am I looking up here?
Just look up on the Cabal. Look up Pat Henry, and then you'll see his paint job, bro. I'm sure it'll be up there.
Oh yeah, look at that! Damn.
What?
So isn't that cool?
Yeah, that reminds me of some sort
Steampunk.
of watery
Almost.
grave. Like, you could see this coming out of the water, like a murky water.
Atlantean, relic. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love the colors.
Really, really nice. Look at the detail on that, man. That's
So just what you can do with a simple builder.
Yeah, and that's the Steel Knight. That's it. Like, you paint this up. Yeah, I like the texture he's got in here.
God, isn't that awesome?
Really
I
feels
was
like
so blown away by that.
Great job.
Yeah, I'd buy that in a second.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Totally, yeah.
for sure.
Steel-
Very nice.
Steel Knight,
nice
guys.
job. I didn't even like that. I didn't
That's
see it.
listening
until now.
in. Buy Steel Knights. They're
Yeah,
awesome.
we're gonna give that a love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's love. It's really, really nice. Can it move without flaking? What does he say? Dull coat. There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
God, I was just speaking of dull coat real quick. I was out. So I dyed one of the not Baelius. Arethyrs horse. Atheon. I dyed one black. And it's been sitting around like curing forever. It's cured, but I wanted to just dull coat it, and I had this. And it's something that everybody is saying they hate now. It's the Citadel. I think it was a real super flat dull coat, and everybody says it sucks. But I used it on a bunch of things, and I thought it was really good. So I was getting ready to go and spray the horse, and the cap, like the little, when you have a spray can, the little cap popped out of the thing.
Oh.
And I went to go, usually you just pop that back in and you're good to go, So I popped it in. And luckily I was away from it, and it stuck, and it exploded everywhere. I was out in my driveway, and there's just it's clear coat going everywhere.
No way.
I just grabbed the box that I had, an empty box next to me, and I just put it in there, and I just let it go. It went for like probably an hour. It just kept.
Oh my God! Kidding.
Goodness gracious.
So yeah, I'm kind of done.
Remind me to tell you a story when we're together about Travis's backyard with something similar.
Okay. All right. I will. But
that's crazy. So
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna. I mean, I want to take a Baelius, and I'm assuming or hoping maybe in the future they're gonna get different. We're gonna get different paint schemes on just a regular old horse,
Sure.
But
yeah.
But I would love a black, maybe with a white sock or white blaze on his head or something. But so I've been thinking about trying the dye or a spray paint or something, but I don't know.
I will say, like, it's not something that I really want to do a tutorial for on here, but there are plenty. Nicole, her Instagram has a little quick, not even quick. It's a good tutorial. There was somebody else that I found on YouTube. Cannot remember his name, but if you just look up like dyeing plastic figures, you got to get it to a pretty high temperature, and then you can take it down, and you leave them in there for a while, take them out, let them cure in the sun. But it worked great, man. I mean, the thing is, it gets in the joints. And then you don't have exposed joints coming through when you try to paint something. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be. I really thought it was going to be a mess. And from all accounts, I heard it's, kind of a smelly process, and I didn't have any of that.
Wasn't too bad. Good.
I used the RIT dyes, so
yeah, maybe I'll give it a go. That is super cool.
Yeah,
wow.
Give it a shot. Yeah, I would suggest starting on something other than a horse, maybe just to try it out. But
yeah,
it took a while. There's a lot of parts, and taking that thing apart was not easy either. But it could be done, and it looks great. All right. That's episode number 2.
Right on. 2 down. 2 in the bag.
2 down, and many, many more to go. Elliot, I want to thank our guest, Elliott Lee, for coming on, man. This is great. I really appreciate you coming on.
Elliot, before you go,
dressing for the occasion too. That was very nice of you.
Could you, in 60 seconds or less, Elliot? So, if somebody was interested in the medieval history or Templar history or anything like that, do you have books or comics or favorite movies that you could toss out quick?
Well, real quick, while I love Kingdom of Heaven, super inaccurate. Watch for fun, not for learning. Second off, great book on the Templar, Malcolm Barber, New Knighthood. That's amazing. Teaches you a lot about their actual society and whatever primary sources they could pull, even from people on Saracen's side. They give great accounts. And also for medieval life, understanding how the common person thought and how they acted. Chaucer and his Tales of Canterbury, excellent, because he writes from everyone's perspective. That's great. Actually, it's not a direct primary source, but it's an excellent source to understand the type of humor, which is super important back then, actually, because that's people laugh. That's incredibly important. So
good.
Did you ever watch the show with the Mark Hamill was in? I'm sure it's not accurate either. I started to watch it and I didn't finish it. I don't know. It didn't catch me, and I thought it really would. But I might have to go back to it, even if it's inaccurate. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, Nightfall.
Nightfall.
It's not as interesting as I thought it would be, especially how storied the Templar history is. But it followed a generally accurate storyline, but a lot of the details were fudged for for fun's sake. I still watched it. If I'm a Templar fan, doesn't have to love everything Templar. I prefer watching about the Saxon raised by Vikings. That
was fantastic.
That
was a fantastic show.
Which show? You're breaking up.
The what was it called? You're breaking up.
We're losing you.
No, come back, Elliot. It was the last. What was it?
Oh, the Last Kingdom.
The Last Kingdom. Thank you.
Oh, Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, cool. All right, man.
Yeah, Lee, Elliot, you're breaking up.
It's all that chainmail is interfering with our communications.
But thank you for being on. Really appreciate it. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be talking about G-Con and Legions Con. Talking about some predictions. I won't be predicting things, but everybody else can predict things because I just be bullshitting you.
Right.
At that point.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, of course not. I gotta wait till the last minute.
I think I'll be taking a trip to New Jersey to be doing that. So we'll
okay,
see.
cool.
We'll see.
Awesome.
But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. We got to come up with a name for the chat group, but we'll do that. We'll do that in the next coming weeks.
Sounds good.
All right, take care, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks again. See ya.
Of course.